Imagine a stadium where every cheer echoes centuries of untold stories. What if the very ground beneath your feet at Old Trafford or the Maracanã holds secrets that even the most passionate fans don't know? You think you know everything about legendary football stadiums? Think again. We're about to expose the shocking truths and unbelievable hidden facts behind the atmospheres you've only dreamed of. Remember that goosebump moment watching a game in a legendary stadium? What if those feelings are tied to forgotten tales and incredible events woven into the very fabric of those grounds? This is Know, the hidden football facts behind legendary stadiums. Let's unlock the gates and dive into the untold. They're more than brick, steel and turf. Legendary football stadiums are cathedrals of emotion, memory and identity. Take Wembley, not just the home of English football, but the site of national triumph and heartbreak. From the twin towers of the old stadium to the arch of the new, every angle tells a different story. The Camp Nou isn't just where Barcelona plays, it's a symbol of Catalan pride, built during a time when expressing that identity was forbidden. Then there's the Maracanã in Brazil, where nearly 200,000 fans once crammed in to watch a match. Imagine that energy, the weight of expectation, the roar of the crowd, the silence of defeat. These stadiums breathe. They've witnessed everything from world wars to underdog miracles and legendary last-minute goals. They're not just venues, they're vaults of living history. Let's rewind the clock. Did you know the original Wembley Stadium, built in 1923, was almost torn down just 20 years later? It was originally constructed for the British Empire exhibition and nearly demolished after. Football, not politics, saved it. San Siro, the iconic home of both AC Milan and Inter, began as a private stadium owned by AC Milan. Inter only joined later under pressure from the city. It was never meant to be shared, and the rivalry got even deeper as a result. Estadio Azteca, high in the mountains of Mexico City, was built on a vision to bring the world to Latin America. But early construction was plagued by budget overruns and political tension. It eventually hosted 2 World Cup finals, something no other stadium can claim. And get this, Old Trafford, now a fortress of English football, was almost never rebuilt after being bombed during World War II. For years, United had to share a ground with bitter rivals Manchester City. Behind every majestic stadium lies a near catastrophe, a reason it almost never came to be. Let's step out of the spotlight and into the shadows, because some of the most fascinating stories were never broadcast. In Santiago Bernabeu, there are underground tunnels, once used for transporting injured players discreetly. Some say Real Madrid used them for more strategic purposes during tense political times. In Anfield, there's a forgotten boot room where Liverpool's legendary managers passed down wisdom, game plans and secrets like a sacred ritual. And then there's La Bombonera, home of Boca Juniors. Rumors speak of fans rigging the stands to vibrate, literally shaking opponents. Whether myth or mechanical marvel, the effect is real. Intimidation through architecture. Every stadium has a few ghosts. Superstitions are part of the game. Some players won't step onto the pitch with their left foot. Certain fans believe seats in specific rows bring bad luck. At Celtic Park, fans whisper about an old prayer buried under the halfway line, placed there by a devout groundskeeper decades ago. These aren't just quirks, they're the hidden rituals that maintain the magic. Let's zoom in on the bricks, beams and blueprints. Why does Allianz Arena glow like a UFO on match nights? Each panel of its facade is equipped with thousands of lights, revolutionary at its construction. But originally, there were concerns the lighting would confuse pilots flying into Munich. Signal Iduna Park, home of Borussia Dortmund, boasts the Yellow Wall, an unbroken stand of over 24,000 standing fans. What many don't know, the angle of the wall is engineered at the steepest possible level allowed by safety laws, purely to amplify pressure on opponents. At FNB Stadium in Johannesburg, the seating is designed to reflect the calabash, a traditional African pot, linking football to deep cultural heritage. And then there are the strange features. San Siro's spiral ramps that resemble a futuristic Colosseum. Stade Velodrome in Marseille has oddly shaped corners due to leftover cycling tracks from its past life. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium houses the world's first retractable pitch, hiding an NFL field underneath. Each structure tells a story, often hidden beneath concrete and paint. Despite modernization, these stadiums have maintained their souls. Wembley's old ghosts live on in the rebuilt version through subtle tributes. Same location, same slope, even echoes of the Twin Towers in the design of the new arch. Maracanã has survived 2 major renovations and political battles, but still hosts carnival-esque energy every time Brazil plays. Santiago Bernabéu is undergoing a massive transformation, adding a retractable roof, 360-degree screens, and a futuristic facade. But the heart remains untouched. And let's not forget the communities. In Naples, Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, renamed after the late legend, has become a pilgrimage site for fans, transcending club rivalries. In Argentina, El Monumental's redesign triggered protests because fans feared losing their sacred walls. The debate wasn't just about concrete, it was about memory. The future of these grounds is not guaranteed. Some face threats from real estate developers, others from strict regulations or aging structures. But one thing is certain, their legacy lives on in the hearts of fans, the rhythm of chants and the electricity of match days. So next time you hear the roar of the crowd, know this. It's not just the match you're hearing. It's decades of history, forgotten heroes, secret rooms, hidden truths. You now know what lies beneath the turf, behind the stands, and deep in the DNA of these legendary stadiums. And here's the real question. Which legendary ground will you visit next now that you know its secrets? This has been Know the Hidden Football Facts Behind Legendary Stadiums. Thanks for watching. And remember, greatness is not just built, it's remembered. No more. Be more.